Hey, great day, everybody. Welcome to the live where I will be talking about how therapists and healers can reduce the amount of hours that you are working to be able to successfully move into maybe some digital products with a simple shift. And so I'm going to treat this more like a workshop. And so if this is your first time tapping in, definitely have a pen and paper ready, or just plan on maybe watching it as a replay later. But definitely make sure that you tap into any type of aha moments that you're going to experience, because my goal for talking about this topic and more phrasing it as like digital products 101 is that I've had my share with working with specifically a lot of therapists, social workers, healers, just in the service provider realm. And I find that we tend to overthink the process of being able to even add some form of a digital product. And also, we may even create like tunnel vision as it relates to like what type of digital product we can actually have. So I'm going to be sharing my screen. I'm going to put up some slides because I really want to focus on how you can make a simple shift within your mindset and execution for creating a digital product idea, and then also maybe some steps that you may need help with in terms of launching your digital product. Okay, so we're streaming live in a variety of different places. Just so you know, if you are watching it on Instagram and you would prefer to see it on YouTube, all you have to do is go over to Dr. TK and click on live streams, type out Dr. TK on YouTube, and it'll be right there on my live stream. But feel free to watch it wherever you are tapping into. Okay. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So let's talk about digital products. All right. Because we are going into 2025, y'all. And the online space is definitely busy, but it doesn't mean that you cannot stand out. Okay. So I want to share like some of the things that I've heard from service providers, coaches, healers, all these different titles, right? In my DM, in my program, in my workshop. And, one big thing that I hear a lot is why is launching a digital product so freaking hard, right? So let me know if you're watching this live, if that's something that you may not have said out loud, but you for sure have said it to yourself. Or even maybe if you started the digital product journey, you may be feeling like it shouldn't be this difficult, right? So for those of you who went to school, let's just say post K through 12, right? Think about it like this, because your brain has been conditioned. I'm a psychologist, so I'm gonna bring in some business therapy. You have been conditioned to go to school for years, right? And you went to school or trade school or some type of certification to become an expert. So, why does it feel like you're stuck? That may be a question that you're asking yourself, because you may be thinking like, listen, I done did all this work. I done literally put in all these hours, free, paid, or, undervalued, underpaid, or all of the above. And I don't understand why it's so freaking hard that when I want to just take a small percentage of what I have, experienced, whether it be life experience, professional experience, or guidance or mentorship, for someone else to pay it forward. Like for me, it would be like psychology students if I really wanted to go there. Why is it so hard for me to get in front of these people to offer them something that can, move them forward probably more efficiently? But the thing is, you're thinking very, very, if I must say it, like narrow-minded. So what do I mean by that? You forgot how long it actually took you to finish school, like all of it, like K through 12, maybe a graduate degree. Maybe for therapists like CEs and stuff to stay relevant. Maybe you had to go to evidence-based practice school to get certification, get hours to become a sex therapist. Like the list can go on and on. You became a certified life coach, right? Like it's very interesting that we forget how long it took us even to get a sheet of paper. And then we assume that the deliverability and the timeline is going to be a lot faster when we add a completely different major. So put a one in the comment box if you can type at this point, because I don't know where you're watching, but just does that make sense? Because what I'm speaking to right now is maybe the unconscious level of thinking where we don't honestly want to admit this. But the reality of it is we're wanting our timeline to be sped up because we done did all this work in our degree. But to me, that's very similar to someone going to become a lawyer and then them questioning the college as to why they just can't walk in to get the degree to become a psychiatrist. There are two different pathways to knowledge, even though some classes or information might overlap. There's a whole lot of air quotes in that joint, right? And so I really wanted y'all to understand that. So let's move forward. So even though I say therapist, whatever your title is, you don't have to be a therapist to partake in what I discussed today. Okay. But I have a small portion of my soul embedded in making sure that therapists hear me. And so, therapists are entrepreneur. The ROI on your degree, you may think, as I just mentioned, should not feel this slow, but oh, it might, depending on your capacity. Also, you may be thinking, well, I mean, what I do for a living, I'm already helping people every single day. So as a mentor, I'm then going to ask you, well, listen, can you just like slow down and get still for a second? Because you're just trying to sell something and you're really not packaging your knowledge. Why not learn how to package your knowledge through what I would call launch processes into a product that works for you? So let's talk about how you can take what you're probably doing every single day and package it, because I know that's what some of y'all looking for, right? So it's not about starting from scratch. And this is where I feel like a lot of entrepreneurs in the digital product space, this is where y'all get stuck. You literally feel like you're starting from scratch, like you are literally going to first grade, not just to the graduate program, right? And so it's about taking what you already are doing probably almost every single day, but you probably are walking around like a robot because you're so used to saying the same things, maneuvering through your 9 to 5 or part-time or contractual agreement the same way. And you ain't learned how to shake things up a bit. So you're already doing things. And what I want to teach you is how to think differently about repackaging it to scale your time. Okay. So I want you to think about it in terms of the lowest hanging fruit. People use that phrase a lot, but let's just talk about it in terms of digital products. The lowest hanging fruit is right in front of you all day long. So ask yourself, what's one thing that family members, friends, colleagues, people online, or clients are always asking you for? And I'm going to take it a step deeper. You answer the question if they got a simple question, and they're blown away by the information that you share. And you're just like, wow, that was like, me looking at digital products one on one, like that should be like common sense, right? Like that should be easy to understand. But what you want to remember is no one walked your life path. If you're focusing on putting out a product about experiences, right? Like somebody can ask me right now, why do you keep saying that you manifested a son at 38? Well, when you try year after year, and then you're told that you have a diagnosis and is linked to something not cool, which I've shared in the past, it was curable, but I have to be, just carefully watched every 3 years or such, right? And then on top of that, you are also given a phone call saying, hey, you got to have a surgery for you to have a baby, meaning to hold a baby. But this might help you actually become fertile to have a baby. Nobody wants to hear that after going to school for a long time and giving a life to their degree, right? And so when I say manifest, I can literally create a digital product right now in a guide, in a virtual workshop that is on replay and paid for. I can host a live event. I can host a retreat. That's like higher level products, right? But I'm just saying how one simple product like a private podcast with me sharing my story, which I have that has resonated not just with women, but with men, can help somebody go through the journey with me so that they can see it wasn't just about manifesting, air quotes, my son. It was about the practical steps that I took that shifted my mindset to make me more accepting of the life circumstance that I was in and to learn a new way of thinking so that I can be open to other ways that God wants to bless me. Okay. So I can create a digital product on becoming a mom at 38. I can create a digital product on going through grad school, becoming a psychologist. I can create a digital product on being a bonus mom. It doesn't only have to be in the area that I went to school for. And this is what I want y'all to hear. Y'all are walking on a gold mine. Put a one in the comment box if you know, just like looking at your life, you are walking on a gold mine, let alone whatever journey you walk through to become certified, licensed, finish trade school, finish grad school if you are a working professional, right? So this is what I mean by lowest hanging fruit. This stuff is in front of you all day, but you are so numb because it's become a part of your daily conversations that you don't even know that somebody willing to pay for it. So what's one thing that people are very intrigued about that you don't mind sharing, of course? That one thing could be turned into a guide, a course. Now, course is not simple, but I would say it's on like level 2 of digital products. And all I want y'all to do is create a level 1 digital product, because some people start trying to create level 2s and level 3s, meaning coaching programs, masterminds. And I'm not saying that you can't start there, but if you have not beta tested, if people even want to buy your product, if they even want to hear what you have to say, if you're not even creating content about the topic already for free, then what would make you think somebody's going to pay you, especially top dollar, over $1,000 for your services? And you may be thinking, well, they pay me all this money or a couple of $100s for my services over here. But remember, these are 2 different degrees. I want to teach somebody about becoming a mom at 38. That's very different than me going to grad school to become a psychologist. Okay. So I want you to think about that one thing, because you got a couple of thousand, I'm sure, in your head, ideas that could be turned into something digital or even something downloadable. Now, one thing I'm going to take a step further and say is that you have to understand how people want to learn from you or get something from you. I have learned that my voice is very powerful. Now, it doesn't mean that I want to show up live all the time. So that's why I choose to be frank. This is why I choose to have slides, because at any given time, I can make this a sellable workshop. I can literally take it off of these platforms for free, which I've done with digital products in the past, and sell it. I don't need to re-record it. I've seen way worse dumbed down branding in terms of like people, and I'm not calling nobody product dumb. I'm just saying, like, I'm even on brand with the color of this slide. You feel me? And so, needless to say, I can brand and sell anything that I want. And so can you. So by creating just one digital product, you're building something that pays you back over and over. And I want y'all to hold on to the end, because I'm going to break down a simple swap of like one client hour if you're a service provider, or one product or something that you offer that's worth like 2 to 3 figures an hour. And I'm going to show you how simply you can swap out a service one-on-one into one-to-many. So make sure y'all stay until the end. Okay. So the question I usually get is, hey, I want to reduce my whatever face-to-face hours you give service-based without sacrificing your income. Now, I feel that, because you may not be in a season where you can sacrifice dumping away some things to then just work on your digital product business. Like, we don't have the luxury maybe of doing that, especially in this day and age with what's going on in our economy. So I want to break some math down for you. And I used it more as a therapist, but feel free to replace what I'm talking about with whatever hourly rate you get paid. Okay. So let's break it down. Let's just say you charge $150 for some type of one-on-one service. Okay. And let's just say for that one-on-one service, you see that person or you deliver that service 4 times a month. Let's just do some basic math. That is $600 a month. One person. Now, we may think that, oh, it's only 1 hour, but if you're a service provider, you know that sometimes it's a lot more than the 1 hour, even if they're private pay or cash paying customers or clients. So I want to shift your mind right here. Instead of trying to jump ship and say, oh my God, I want a 4 3-day work week. I want to give up the weekends or Mondays and Fridays. And I just need to wipe away 5 to 7 hours of people, customers and clients that pay me by January 1st. Well, I don't really know if that's realistic. And I'm not here to tell you that creating a digital product is even simple for you. It's work, right? So what I want you to start taking from this portion is the goal first is to start master planning how you're going to first replace just one client hour. Replace $600 a month with whatever the digital or online product is. Okay. That doesn't involve you showing up. Okay. Meaning you just click publish and they get it. That's a digital product I'm talking about right now. So, for number's sake, if your digital product is, let's just say, $25, they can be less, they can be more. But the less they are, the more units you have to sell. And that's fine. It just depends on who you're serving. So let's just say your digital product is 25 bucks. Let's do some basic math. $600 divided into $25 a sale is roughly 24 sales per month. Put a 1 in the comment box even if you didn't want to overthink the launch processes. When you see that to earn $600 a month to replace 4+ more hours. And as you scale your time, when you get better and better at marketing this product, you're going to notice that you won't even probably put in 4 hours of what you used to start that client with. See, that's the key. You got to build systems to scale. Okay. So put a 1 in the comment box if you would love to replace 4 client hours or 4 customer hours or whatever you do for a living for 24 sales a month. Do you think that's doable? I think it's doable over time when you put in the work. And that's roughly around 30 days, maybe 31 days, depending on what month we're talking about. So if we want to break it down into monthly, if you want to wake up every morning and say, what do I need to do today? The response would be at minimum 1 sale per day. You can do 1 sale a day if you want it. Now, let's just say if you got other stuff going on, I got a capacity issue, I got these kids, right? So maybe your goal, and maybe you're offering something else. Like maybe you're still building your business on another level, on another stream, right? And you got some consistency going on over there. You don't want to disrupt it. Great. So now we're talking about interweaving a new stream of income into your existing. So you can do 2 sales every other day. You can play around with these numbers. You can do 3 sales every 3 days. It's totally up to you. You can say, I want to do 5 sales every Friday. Every Friday, I'm sending out a newsletter. Every Friday, I'm going live. Every Friday, I'm posting 2 times a day. It's totally up to you. So if you do 2 sales every other day, that's $50 a day with 15 days. But get this, because you went up a little bit versus 1 sale a day, you are now making $750 a month. You're not making necessarily a lot of money extra, but remember, you made a product once and then you're showing up on the back end. Yes, you still got to market unless you had a marketing team. But still, if you're looking at like being exhausted in terms of having to be in front of the camera, having to actually talk to people, then maybe you batch record content and you talk just to your phone, but you don't have to show up on a Zoom call or go to somebody's physical office to get paid the same amount that you can do sitting on your couch. Okay. So replacing one client's income with a simple product frees up your time to focus on what matters the most. Now, what matters to most is going to be different for different people based on the season that you're in your life, in your career, or any other area, of your life. So this doesn't mean giving up, for example, your existing business. I am not that person that says like, oh, you can't have a 9-to-5 job. Oh, can't have no more one-on-one clients. Like, no, this is in addition to. You can make the decision to make digital products your play money. You can create digital products to pay off your debt and still do what you're doing. But you just got to know that if you take a little bit more time building it out, you just may have a slower pace in terms of seeing results, but you're still going to see results. You have to understand your capacity. So what we're looking at is creating balance by leveraging your expertise. We're just like taking some stuff out and putting some stuff in. Okay. So if this made sense to you, some of you guys have this already. Okay. Now it says for therapists or for healers. Okay. I'm not going to lie. In the digital product space for this ebook, I have given 60 different types of ways that therapists and healers can leverage ideas of what they do every day in order to, figure out a digital product idea. My goal for this ebook was to literally just give you ideas, since I guess that's where you stuck at, right? And my goal was to just say, hey, here's 60, pick one and launch it. Okay. So if you go to this URL, and this is an ebook that you don't have, it is lower than what I typically sell it for. This has been sold for up to $97. Right now, on December 2nd, it is $22. So if you go to drtk.com/links, if you go to Instagram, it's in the link in the bio. But if you go to drtk.com/links, you will see my 3 business resources. Okay. So this is for the therapists and healers. Specifically, I am right now working on ideas around the entrepreneur, right? Now, if you are a rising entrepreneur, it doesn't matter your title. You do not have to be a therapist or a healer to do this. If you actually want the mentorship, like, all right, I got the idea. Now what? I don't even know how to launch. You sitting there talking about launch phases. I've seen some of your other YouTube videos, listen to your podcast. Like, I see people popping up and just selling stuff, but I don't know how to sell. I don't know how to market. Matter of fact, I don't even know what systems are supposed to be going up in my back office. You talk about stand store, but I mean, I go watch a YouTube video to see y'all what you paying for. And this is what I want you to take note of for 2025 in terms of your goal. You are either going to be the entrepreneur who pays to cut out time, no BS, to get the information and implement, or you're going to be the entrepreneur that says, I'll do it by myself for free. And I'm going to spend every day, even though I'm complaining about capacity, and I'm going to spend every day watching all these videos to try to figure out what people are doing. Or I'm a piecemeal certain things up. But what I find is that literally people who have piecemealed products together, they end up paying more than what they should have paid for with one product. Okay. So we have opened up a second tier to our Aligned Marketing Academy as of last week. This means that for those people who don't want to lock in for the annual mentorship at a low $497 a year, simple digital products such as ebooks, guides, downloadable worksheets, simple workshops like what I'm doing right now, right? And if you want to create like your own Audible ebook through a private podcast, build relationships, those are the areas specifically that we are covering for individuals. And let me just say this to the people who say, but I want a coaching program, I want a course. My clients can tell you, those who came in and said that they wanted a course or a coaching program have realized that if they don't have the foundational methods to marketing, they're not launching a coaching program because nobody even knows that they're a coach. Because you don't have a framework. You don't have a mission and vision for your digital product business. You have a vision and mission for your construction business. You got a mission and vision for your real estate business. This is a different degree. Okay. So if you want both, you can get both. I would encourage you, if you want mentorship though, you can either lock in and get the whole program for $497 a year, or you can do $49 a month. The biggest difference is that the full AMA VIP clients, they get monthly Zoom calls with me. Everybody gets live stream like this, not on YouTube, just for the community. And then the monthly membership community members, you will get our course delivered to you in a private podcast feed where you can do learning on the go, like no excuses, ain't no need to log in, literally go on your phone and click play. Okay. Or go to the URL that you get and click play. Like, I am trying to make this as simple as possible because I also know that not everybody wants to sit down and watch no video, which is why every time I go live, especially for a workshop, I will still download this to my audio podcast because I know I have a certain percentage of people who want to listen to it on the audio podcast. So I've given you some things to think about. If you've been watching from the beginning, or maybe the half that you cut, on a scale of 1 to 10, how did you view the information in terms of me simplifying how you can even swap out 1 client hour, not 10, for a simple digital product? Meaning, when a client graduates from your services, the goal would be to budget for it and not replace it with another client unless your CPA say you need to. Or maybe you don't move as fast as you probably should to like implement what I can teach you. You know your learner style, not me. But what I do know is that I have taught people how to launch a digital product who really want it in less than 30 days, who really want it. And whatever your results are, we're going to tweak it and we're going to rinse and repeat it. We're going to tweak it and we're going to rinse and repeat it. That's why I'm known as a quality assurance systems coach. I will teach you systems so that you can start removing yourself slowly out of your business where you don't have to give all of these hours to a computer. All right. So if you want the guide for therapists and for healers, 60 digital product ideas. Now, if you got the guide, you need to open up the guide. Like, what are you doing? Right. So go ahead and get that for right now, $22. If somebody watches this later, I don't know if it's going to be $22 because it usually goes back up to 97. Okay. If you want to do the Align Marketing Academy, we have two different levels. Make sure that you read every single thing that you get. I want you to be well informed. You can do annual membership, which means that you're locked in. The way our mentorship programs work, once you get in, you're grandfathered in. Your price will not go up. Now, if you choose to leave and then you want to come back later, you have to come in at whatever the investment is at that time. But I mean, my other programs are like $2,000 to $3,000, right? So $497 to me is a no-brainer, especially with me knowing how much I invested to learn and implement and generate a whole lot of revenue. And I'm teaching you the shortcut. I paid $24K for coaching programs for 12 months to work with 8-figure business owners. I'm trying to help y'all be more efficient with your time. But I'm also not going to be on here, no shade to nobody, but I'm not on here, guaranteeing you a promise in terms of like, you about to earn $10,000 in 30 days. Like whoever tells you that is a lie because everybody's work ethic is different. I'm shooting the breeze right now. Anybody who can guarantee every single person that comes into their program an actual amount of clients or customers or money, that's crazy to me because every single one of you that's even watching moves different, right? All y'all at different stages of entrepreneurship. So what I can guarantee you is that the systems that I give you are profitable. And my clients can tell you that it's not a joke. All you got to do is show up and ask questions and show me your work so I can give you feedback and you can go make that money. That's what season we in right now because we don't know what's about to pop off in the next 4 years, let alone in January and February. So go ahead and get that plan B, not as a backup, but as an addition to the stream of income, or maybe this is your first stream of income beyond your 9-to-5 job that you want to create. But Align Marketing Academy is for any entrepreneur. And if you are a rising new therapist and you're not in grad school yet, I had y'all products digital before I even understood what digital marketing was. I had digital products, y'all, before I even got licensed. So there is no excuse in this day and age why you have to wait. All right. So if anyone does not have any questions, let me check on Instagram. All right. So if y'all don't have any questions, then I will wrap up here. Now, I do check my YouTube channel along with my Instagram DM throughout the week. So if you are watching this on a replay specifically on YouTube, then I would highly encourage you. Tell me your biggest takeaway. Tell me your aha moment. If you're our client, let us know that you were here. I saw a few of y'all that popped in earlier. I don't even know if they're still on here, but what's up, Miss Kendrick? She always in here, right? We got Bree. Hey, let's see. And then we got our client. What a great way to break down your time and identify what you want to focus on. Put money on assignment. Okay. On assignment, assessment assignment. I say assignment. Right. And so, all right, y'all, there's the link at the bottom of the page. It's also in the show notes for the audio podcast listeners and for the YouTube community. And so I will talk to y'all soon. I will see some of y'all in Align Marketing Academy. We actually have a call coming up in, I believe, a week or so. I know we got one before the holiday. And so let's start planning out 2025 and looking at these digital product ideas. All right, you all have a great day. And I love y'all. Happy Cyber Monday. Bye.